So if we did, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. This beginning stuff isn't too bad. I want you to follow along in the notes. Okay. It says I have 7x squared minus 10 equals 25. I want to get all the numbers on one side of my equation. I should bring the 25 over.
Here.
How about the other way?
No.
How about I add 10?
Oh, you can do that.
7x squared equals 35. How? Then I divide by 7. Sweet, thanks, Hayden. So x squared equals how much?
5.
How do I get rid of the squared?
You just square it.
Square root. I have a question. When we square root, how many answers are there? Ooh, there's debate. A positive and a negative. Thank you, dear. So our answer is plus or minus the square root of 5. Our answer is plus the square root of 5. Our answer is also minus the square root of 5. Right now, doesn't matter what the decimal form is. Just leave it in the square root.
So even if you just leave it like that for every answer.
You can leave the plus and minus unless we get like if this was 4, then the square root of 4 is 2, so you could do like plus 2 minus 2.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like if it's a nice number,
If
then
you can get the square root of it.
kind of
it's
make
not
a
a
difference.
decimal.
If it ends up being like 2, can we still put x equals plus or minus 2, or do we have to write out plus?
Well, you can put plus or minus 2, but on this last one, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, questions on A. Okay, B. What am I going to do with that 9? Subtract it. So I get 2x squared equals 8. Divided by 2, Jay says. So I got x squared equals what?
Square.
Now that I take the square root, is the square root of 4 nice?
Yes.
It is what?
Plus or negative.
2, and I need to do my plus and minus 2. Square root of 4 can be plus 2 or minus 2. You guys know why that is? What's 2 squared?
4.
What's negative 2 squared?
4.
That's why. Works out both ways. Okay, questions on B.
Oh, what?
Why isn't the square root around the 2?
Why isn't it what?
Because 2 is the square root of 4.
Yeah. So like we could do square root, square root. Because the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 4 is 2.
You gotta like dog's points if you don't do plus minus.
Well, yeah, there's 2 answers.
Bro.
There is 2 answers though. 2 and negative 2 are 2 different numbers. Okay, let's do the next one. What am I doing with 35?
Right.
Add it, so I get 3x squared equals 60. Then what? Divide by 3, so x squared equals. Then what?
Plus or minus 20.
Plus or minus 20? How about plus or minus square root of 20? Okay, who remembers how to simplify square roots?
I hate
Find a small square.
2 numbers that multiply to 20, I want one of them to be a perfect square.
4.
5 and 4, so I got x equals plus minus 4 times 5. What's the square root of 4 like we found? 2. So I pull that out, plus or minus 2, square roots
We just
of
kept
5.
it in the x plus square root of 20 without it wrong.
Well, it'd be half round. Simplify.
So the
It
plus
is-
and minus goes outside
Plus
of the
minus
2.
side, yep.
Okay.
Yep. All this extra work, but it's like the proper form of this work.
Who cares about being proper?
The British do.
We're not British. We're American.
Okay, questions on ABC? Besides simplifying why we have to do it? Okay. Alright. We got a rectangular swimming pool. I want everybody to draw one so that you can make fun of yourself and not me. Excuse you, I wasn't done.
You guys just got finesse.
Okay, that didn't match up at all. That's fine. Don't laugh!
They're wrong.
We aren't laughing.
We're trying to be fancy.
We're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you.
Okay, it's not horrible, okay?
It's like a melted, half melted stick.
It's a swimming pool, okay?
It's like a
I can
half
see
melted
it.
stick of butter.
It is half melted. It's cold out. Okay, it says it's 7 feet deep, so this height of it is 7. It says one side of the pool is 3 times longer than the other. So if I say this one's X, how long is it? 3X. What? 3 times longer than X? 3X. Okay. I need to find the dimensions of the pool. AKA I gotta find what X is. It tells me what? It tells me the amount of water needed to fill a swimming pool is 4,725 cubic feet.
Cubans are colonies.
Cubic means I have 3 things multiplied together. 4,725 sounds like volume, right?
Yo.
Anybody know the volume of equation of a rectangular prism?
Yeah, sounds really
Yeah, length times width times height.
How did I even remember that?
I don't know.
I was like last year.
What's the length of my rectangular prism, my pool? 3x. What's its width? What's its height? I'm going to simplify the right-hand side. What's 3 times 7? What's x times x? So that's my volume simplified. Well, what do I know my volume is? 4,725. How am I going to solve? Divide by 21, so I get 225 equals x squared. Square root of 225, anybody know? 15. In this case, since it's a real world problem, you can just write 15, you don't have to write negative because we all know
We can have
you
negative.
can't have negative dimensions. So its width is 15 feet. What about its length? 45. How'd you get it? 15 times 3. Log this. And here. And don't you guys want to go swimming right now?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Let's go.
I didn't mean outside.
How about you go somewhere and come back to us?
Okay. Questions so far?
So why do we have to do volume for solving square root? Or is that just to show?
Just like a word problem of how you'd use this.
Okay.
Other questions?
You don't?
Like what?
Do we have one?
Not if we get going.
Yes. Wait, what? Hold on.
That's not even a question anymore. We're gonna obviously have homework.
Negative Nelly over here. Okay.
You're mean.
I'm just so cruel. You're right.
You are.
Okay. The next thing we're gonna do is solving a perfect square. Okay, so I want everyone to pay attention because we're gonna use this for the next 2 days.
We're not gonna be here for the next 2 days.
Okay, how about when you come back on Monday?
No.
Okay, we got some steps. First step, factor the perfect square trinomial and write as a binomial square. That is what we did on the test we just took. Okay, it's just fancy words for factor x squared minus 14x plus 49. The only thing, I gotta rewind, only thing that's different about this is we don't get 0. So like leave the 25 there, okay? Don't get 0 like we did before, okay? So I want to factor x squared minus 14x plus 49. Who's got the parentheses off their head?
Ooh, I got it.
Oh,
Damn.
7.
Step 1, x minus 7, x minus 7. Check it, x squared minus 7 is minus 14, negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. Awesome. You what? Yeah, it's still equal to 25. We want to leave that 25 over there.
Oh.
Okay. Last chapter, I didn't make you do this. This section, I'm going to make you do this. This is the same thing repeated, right? So the proper way to write this is x minus 7 squared. Okay? You need to write it like that in this section. Okay? So it's still equal to 25. I didn't change anything. I just kind of simplified the left-hand side. Okay? Questions so far? Well, no, we're not done. That's why I said so far. Okay. Step 2 says take the square root of each side. So here's the fancy question. What is the square root of x minus 7 squared?
X minus
X minus 7, the stuff in our parentheses. If I do it to one side, I got it to the other side. What is the square root of 25? Lies. What's the square root of 25? Plus or minus 5.
That's gonna get so annoying.
But you're already annoyed with me, so.
You're right.
So
So I know what you
get.
do. You take the book and just slap it on the desk.
Okay, so now step 3 says we write as two equations. What that means is we break up our plus or minus. So our first equation is x minus 7 equals our plus 5. Our next equation is x minus 7 equals the negative 5. Okay, so since it equals two things, we just gotta split them up. Does that step make sense?
Yes.
Strong kid.
Everything.
Now I just gotta solve for x. If I add 7, this one, x equals what? 7 plus 5? They're close. If I add 7 to negative 5, I get 2. So we have two answers. X equals 12 and x equals 2.
Then that's the final answer.
Final answer. Guess what? Good news, you can check them. I'm not gonna make you, I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying, you can check them.
You just
Plug them into the very top. I said I wasn't gonna make you, I said you could.
I wouldn't even stress.
Some of you I'd recommend checking. Okay, questions? None. Okay, let's do one more example, then I'll let you loose.
Oh my god.
I lied 2 more.
I got a question.
What? What's up?
How was your day?
How's my day? Not too bad. It's Thursday, which is a Friday.
No, not really.
Thursday. It's a Thursday.
Still Thursday.
It's sunny outside.
It's Thursday.
It's
What could
cold
be- what could be
outside.
better? Okay,
It's like
question. Thank you, John. Appreciate it for caring about my life. That's very nice.
You don't care about ours.
That's
Like,
why.
That's a lie.
okay. We have a life outside of school. You give us like.
Yeah, we got life.
Okay. Then let's get done so we can do work time. Okay. X squared plus 12x plus 36. Can I make that nice?
Yeah.
With what?
You'll-
X
Oh.
X plus 6, x plus 6.
8 plus 6.
What is it equal to? 9. So you're saying I don't get a 0? No, leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it.
Oh my god.
No, I forgot my backpack.
Go sit down. You need to know it's back at though.
No,
Oh wait,
parent request.
what's the x plus 6? What can I do with that? Well, first
plus
before I
6
square root
squared.
it. Yeah, Hayden, x plus 6 squared.
That's what I meant. I meant square.
Made.
If you want to go straight to that step, that is fine with me. What do I do next? Square root.
-3.
Plus or minus 3, so I got x plus 6 equals plus or minus 3. Okay, so far so good?
Well, why? Hold on. Why do we lose
The squared thing?
Squared, yeah.
Because when we square root,
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What are my two equations? Somebody give me one.
X plus 6 equals 3. X plus 6 equals -3.
If x plus 6 equals 3, what's x?
9.
No? Is that not right? That's what I got.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Amanda's embarrassed.
What?
Okay, questions?
Yeah.
Like what? Sure. Okay, last one. Should we go straight to the squared, or do you want me to do the first stuff?
Just do the squared.
Just do the squared? Okay. What is gonna be squared? What's the thing you're in parentheses?
4.
I'm hearing it.
4x.
4x, what?
squared.
Oh,
I gotta have plus.
X plus.
Plus what?
We don't know.
Plus 1. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 times 1 is 8. Or is 1. Oh boy. Still equal to 25. What is my next step?
Plus or minus 5.
Plus or minus 5 equals what? 4x plus 1. So what are my two equations?
4x plus 1 equals +5. 4x plus 1 equals -5.
Good. Subtract 1, we'll do this one first, the left-hand one. So 4x equals 4. What's x? 1. How about here? It's not pretty, no. -5 minus 1 gives you -6. X equals, simplify, -3/2. -6/4 simplify, -3/2. Okay, I know that last one's a fraction, but
Last one for all times. If it's
fractions. It'll probably be fractions here. Okay, are there any questions?
can we please not have homework?